Enjoy AJ's fresh food with dine-in, carry-out, and delivery options. Cheers to great food and better beer.
Matt, what do they do defensively to make it so hard to score, to get an offensive rhythm? It was kind of the points off turnovers that really kind of kept you going in the first half. Why was it so difficult to get any rhythm in the half court?
Yeah, I thought in the first half we got some good looks and didn't finish around the rim. And that could have been, some of that could have been them, obviously, because it's away from me. But we had some open looks on the perimeter that didn't go down, and you're going to have that. I thought we had to put them in a little bit different position going into half, and we weren't, but we still felt good about it. They generate a lot of, and force a lot of turnovers, and we have 5 at the half. I just thought, like, man, if we could have 10 total for the game, that would be good for us. And we have 10 in the second half. And more than anything, it was just kind of an avalanche. Like, obviously we have a good offense, and they made us, obviously not look like we had a good offense because of their pressure and their ability to switch. And we just got bogged down more than anything. But I was really impressed with Torrey, 27. I thought his fight was fabulous. I thought he was into us. But just the determination. Like, he never gave in to anything. He played hard and stayed with it. I like their size. I like their physical play. They do a good job of switching and knocking you out of things. And you got to keep the ball off the base and kind of their kill zones and try to operate in the middle third. And when we did, we had more success there. But just way too many turnovers in the second half. And then more than anything, I just thought they stole our spirit. When we would get open ones, then we would miss it, and then get frustrated, and then trying to get fouled, or like whatever we do, our frustration level got there. But you got to give Iowa State credit. Our reason for having a high frustration level was them. They were damn good. They took us to the woodshed.
I asked you the other day about the differences between defending Texas Tech and Toppin and these guys, and you talked about sort of their depth. Yeah. And Jefferson gets that third foul to start the second half, and that's where things really take off. I guess just what did you see there in terms of not being able to take better advantage of his absence, or just what they did to capitalize on it?
Yeah, obviously Tourier and Jefferson aren't like high-volume three-point shooters, but yet they get 6 between them. I think things of that nature. For us, we wanted to be there with him. I thought we did an okay job with him. Like, I don't know if he's ever made 3 threes in a game. He turned the ball over 6 times. But it was just more, their team was way better than our team in terms of just kind of embracing the physicality of the game and making plays to that. I thought Blake Buchanan was really good, man. And then, Milan's is a star. Like, I told our guys, I'm not mad when Milan shoots a fadeaway 18-footer in the corner and nails it. Like, guys, I'm not mad about it. But you can't give him a rhythm 3. You got to make things difficult, and you can't let him get angles with that. So that wasn't it. I just thought overall their details and their toughness were better than ours. And that's an overstatement.
Now, the players were in here and they said that Iowa State was more connected. Is that maybe the most surprising thing? The 3 guys who came in here and played 4 years together? Yeah, well, I think, like I said earlier, I think you saw a frustration level with some of our guys. And you can't play through your offense. You got to find your energy through your defense. You got to find your energy through your rebounding and getting 50-50 balls and making those plays. So when I say like somebody stole your spirit, like that's what they did. Like, their determination and their fight was better than ours. So like, those guys have been through it. We've had tough games like this before. Not a lot of them, but we've had them, and they understand what that means. So like, you gotta respond. You gotta respond. You gotta listen a little more. You gotta play a little bit harder than you're playing. You gotta, just have a little bit more intestinal fortitude.
Matt, it seemed defensively the first half you guys were pretty good, especially forcing turnovers. And was there a difference that you saw?
Not really. Like, you start the second half and you just absolutely can't get a stop. Like we overhelped twice with our 5, and it's not tough for Oscar, like whatever. He's just trying to do his job. Thinks the guy's getting beat. He doesn't need his help. He helps. Jefferson, like, we chest him, and then he tries to kind of walk through it, like those long steps those guys make. And then, like, he's coming over there to help, and he doesn't need him again, and he makes that pass for that dunk. So, like, you just start the game, then you get backdoored in one play. So, like, when it starts to be a smorgasbord, okay, you got a fadeaway jumper at 17 feet. You got another fadeaway jumper at 18 feet. Jefferson hits a 3 in the corner. Like, now, those 2 plays I just mentioned, you get a stop, and then you don't get a rebound. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was just like, it was a smorgasbord of, like, you can't put your finger on it because it's a lot of different things. And they were playing at a high clip, and obviously we weren't. And you got to be better. Like, you can't get on a run if you can't get stops. And just like, we were just in that stretch there where we did it. Then we made some good plays, and we got it, and we turned it over, and we give it back to them. And so it's just like, there's just a lot of frustrating moments in the game where we couldn't get our energy level up to play. But once again, like give the credit to Iowa State. I thought he had them ready. He's one of the best coaches in the country. Like, they were ready on both ends. I thought we were ready. I think from the first half, like, if we're making shots and going, you're in a different position there. I think you have a different game. Doesn't mean we win, but I think we have a different game. And that just wasn't the case. I like the dude, Zero, Heiss, if I'm saying his name right. Like, that's a functional winner right there. I know I talked about 27. I talked about Buchanan. Like, those dudes are important. I thought Nelson came in the game, didn't play last game. I thought he came in and, like, just his energy and his ability to drive the basketball, he gave them something. And that's what you want, man. Like, you can't have those dudes coming off the bench all mad and shit about not playing or not starting. You got to have dudes functional that are buying in, that are going to play. And they can say whatever they want, but, like, when you watch that right there, you know they're bought in. Especially Zero. I thought Zero was really good. I thought he back cut. He did little things, and a fan might not grab it, but a coach does. Like, I thought he was good. Buchanan was good. And you got to have good pieces. Obviously, they're the only team in the country with 3 guys averaging 18 points. Like, now you got that, and then you got good role definition, and you got toughness, and you can guard. And they used to be a team that just to do that, and then their offense was, just okay. Now they've gotten their offense at an elite level. Like, they could do it. They could do it, man. Like, this is not an easy place to play, and they came in here and just, took it to us.
Can you take me back to whenever you saw Tudor for the first time on the AU circuit? What impressions?
The first time I saw him was on tape preparing. I had not seen him before.
Yeah. He's a really outside the top 100 type of kid.
Yeah.
The type of impact that he's having for this team.
It shows you they don't know what they're talking about. I thought he was great, man. He's got length. He's longer in person than he is on tape. But he was determined to guard. And, like, that determination will take you a long way in this game if you got the physical ability to play it. And he's got the physical ability to play it. And for a guy that's not a high volume 3-point shooter, and he goes 3 for 5 on the road, like, that's pretty good. But he has more things not on the stat sheet that affected the game, right? Like how can you, what does it say on here about his defense? If you don't get steals or blocks, right? Like, a stat sheet stinks sometimes. Like, I thought he was great. I thought he was fabulous. Dudes like that, they can plug in anywhere. And, like, that value is very, very high. And the NBA sees that stuff with some two-way guys, especially some guys that might have to come off the bench and play different roles. Like, he's perfect.
Just curious, you probably rarely play teams that have their level of continuity this early in the season. How much you feel like that has helped them get off to the start they have and help them put away a good team like you guys in an environment like this?
They got a mix of stuff. They got a handful of transfers. They got a couple guys that have been there a long time. Jefferson's been there a couple years, but he transferred also. You can see it. You can see right away. Like, they're bought into how he wants them to play, especially defensively. Like, they're going to make it very, very difficult. Doesn't mean you can't get them and get good shots, but you're not going to get them all the time. When you get them, you got to make them, right? You got to make them pay. And if you can't get them a little bit thinking and adjusting because some guy just sprayed 3 threes and now they stick with them, and then you open it up and you got a lob, or you open it up and you get your Gortat or whatever, and they can just keep doing what they're doing and kind of dare you then, like they got you on the hooks. Like they're gonna have a great year. They're gonna have a great year because they have, and everything didn't go their way today. Like, you know, Jefferson gets in foul trouble. Like, he's not in the game. He plays 22 minutes. But like, yeah, you can see that experience. I always say, everybody talks about experience, but it's also experience of having success together. And so they've had some of that. Like, people say, well, we got all seniors. Yeah, they're from 4 different schools. Like, it doesn't mean you can't take a transfer and he can't help you, but they have a good core. Then they have, like, Blake Buchanan's been in a real program before he came there. But that helps. Like, that helps tremendously. And so when you get guys, Joshua Jefferson came from St. Mary's, real program. So like, when you're looking at these guys that transfer, these guys that come over, Nate was Northern Iowa, if I got it right, real program. Like, you know, like really, really good. So when you're looking at that, like that means a great deal. Like Oscar Clough coming from the programs he's been with, I mean, great. Like, you can tell, like, when you just start talking, like you're talking the same language because they've already been taught the game. So it definitely helps.
Anything else?
Matt, when you talk about taking your team spirit, is that especially jarring when it's a team that has played as much together as yours has?
Yeah, well, I
as
think
seniors, you know?
more than anything, it shows you we have good offensive players, and when collectively they don't play well or they don't shoot well, however you want to look at it, it's frustrating. Now you got to hang your hat on those things. You know, your constants in basketball is running, rebounding, and defending. You can always do it. Those are the constants. They didn't say a word about offense. But a majority of people, how they feel. Like, I'll get guys all the time that have bad body language and they miss a good shot. I'm like, don't ever feel bad about missing a good shot. That's a good shot. And the percentages say so. Just keep taking them. Keep feeling good about it. Like, hang your head, and that's something that we have to be able to do. Obviously, you want to get in games and play better offensively and shoot better offensively, and then you have that spirit to you. And it takes a level of toughness, to be able to miss shots and keep doing your job and keep doing other things that hopefully help you grind out a victory. I don't think we're in a position right now to grind out a victory. We can shoot with, we can go and score 90 points, like we can do that and get it that way. But when you get in the NCAA tournament, you're not going to win 6 games in the NCAA tournament the same way. You're going to have a couple games in the NCAA tournament at 6 where the ball doesn't go in as much. Now can you do other things? And I told our guys, I compared it last year to Houston. When we got beat by Auburn, like, we went 3 months, but like, we were overwhelmed against Auburn. We were overwhelmed here. And I just said, we're going to get a chance. And we're in a different position now than we were last year. So we're going to get a chance to play somebody of that caliber in the NCAA tournament if we can win some games in the NCAA tournament. And then we got Houston. And I thought we were ready for that. I thought game plan was great. I thought our guys were ready. But we also made some shots against Houston, right? We made some shots to be able to get it to that point. And that's where we got to, really look at this and say, like, when we got people in our league just as good as these guys. All right, I know they just played well and they look like they're maybe the best team in the country tonight. But like, we got teams in our league just as good as these guys. So we're going to have other opportunities. And, we got to be able to respond. But I think that more importantly, respond, on Wednesday. That's our next game. You got to keep your focus. I'm trying to answer your question, but that's the main deal. Like, we got to get ready for Minnesota and be prepared. Thank you.